The quicker you get to your dream life, the longer you get to live it. And I gotta be real with you. If your dream life feels far away, if your income looks like it did last year, if you're doing just enough to not feel like a failure, it's probably because you're playing small and your dream life, it doesn't exist on that level. Now, I'm not giving you any pep talk, but I am handing you a wake-up call. So if you're tired of shrinking in rooms that don't serve you, and if you're tired of watching people pass you by online, then lean in. And let's talk about what it takes to build a big life and business. Most people think that they're working hard. They're making content, they're taking courses, they're on every webinar, they listen to every podcast, they're on every guru's email list, but that's not working. That's hiding. And I know because I used to do a lot of that stuff, but once I stopped and I stopped playing small, I made over 7 figures online in my business with just one digital product doing a little over 900K. And this is only going to take me about 5 minutes to break down because I really want to have a quick heart-to-heart with you. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then you're probably just keep on playing small. Now, you may be asking, what is playing small? Playing small is pricing your product to be affordable instead of valuable. Playing small is waiting to feel ready before you launch instead of just moving and figuring out along the way. Playing small is staying behind the scenes because you're afraid to be seen. Playing small is avoiding those hard conversations or offers or those investments into yourself to grow. Listen, playing small, it feels safe, but it's expensive as hell. It costs you time, money, momentum, and confidence. You think you're being humble, but really, you're just holding back. And for what? So nobody judges you? So nobody unfollows you? So nobody thinks that you're doing too much? Newsflash, boo-boo, you are doing too little. And I hope you're not offended right now because I'm talking to you like you're my friend right now because I care about you. And this is how I talk with my friends because we ain't got no time to waste because we can't get this time back. And I don't want to waste you or my time. But your dream life, it lives on the other side of risk, the money, the influence, the impact, the freedom. It's not waiting on you to casually show up. It's hiding behind that risk. It's hiding behind you taking massive imperfect action. It's hiding behind that thing that makes you feel uncomfortable. And look, comfort, it's a dangerous thing because nothing grows in the comfort zone. It's hiding behind that thing that you keep on putting off and saying, I'ma do tomorrow. Well, check this out. Tomorrow is just a fantasy make-believe world where goals, dreams, and aspirations go to die. That work that you're putting off today will change your life if you do it today instead of keep on waiting until tomorrow. And I also think that it's disrespectful to God to have the audacity and the gall to believe that you have a tomorrow. I'm like, who do you think that you are? We have this precious time today. We have all this opportunity today, but we always wait until tomorrow. I know I used to do it all the time. And then those same people next year and the year after that and the year after that and the year after that keep on saying, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow turns into, I'm gonna do it next week. And then next week turns into, well, yeah, this is on my plan for next month. Then all of a sudden the year's about to end. And then they start getting their New Year's resolutions together to be like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do next year, right? But that all starts off putting off all that stuff to tomorrow. So just do it now. And remember that tomorrow is a fantasy make-believe land where goals, dreams, and aspirations go to die. Like literally, tomorrow does not exist. The only thing that you fully have 100% is now. We ain't got tomorrow. But the version of you that builds a successful online business, they're not scared to build their personal brand. They're not scared to make that content. They're not scared to sell. They're not scared to charge $500 instead of $50 or $5,000 instead of $500. They're not scared of failing in public because they know that failing is the only way to find success. I say fail, F-A-I-L stands for finding an individual lane. The only way to figure out what does work is that you have to fail to figure out what doesn't work so you can find your individual lane. Plus, all that judgment that you might get from people as you're failing in public, they're never gonna do anything with their life. You will never be criticized or judged by people that are doing better than you. It's always going to be people beneath you. Dogs bark at the moon don't bark back. Like even me, I'll sit on my couch watching the Lakers and I'll sit there and I'll talk trash about LeBron James. LeBron's not on his couch talking trash about me. It's always people that are going to be beneath you that are going to be the ones that have criticism about what it is that you're doing, not the other way around. Just ignore them people. And playing small, it feels like you're saving yourself, like it feels safe. I know, I've been there. but it's draining your time, wasting your energy, and robbing you of your money because you can never get to that level of abundance. It always feels like you're just trying to stay above water. Like you just gotta breathe a little bit so you can get a little bit of air. And it's so much better out there for you. And look, if you want a big life, then you gotta make big moves. And here's the truth. If your actions don't match your goals, then they're not goals, they're just wishes. And actually, you should just stop making goals, period. Like, I don't make goals, I set standards for myself because I realized that we never rise to the level of our goals, we always fall to the level of our standards. So start setting new standards for yourself to whereas you won't accept anything less. People, they do this with anything else in their life, but then all of a sudden with their goals, with their dreams, with their aspirations, with their financial goals, with their entrepreneurial endeavors, all of a sudden they stop setting these standards for themselves. So certain people will set a standard for themselves of only drinking a certain type of water. Well, guess why they don't drink tap water or anything anymore? Because they set a standard for themselves. Certain people refuse to eat a certain type of food. Why? Because they set a certain standard for themselves. So they refuse to go and eat burgers and fries. So you need to start setting certain standards for yourself on what it is that you want to do in your life and what it is that you want to become as an entrepreneur, so you can start to actually become it, because the be comes before the get. You have to become the person first before you can get the things that you actually do desire. So start to ask yourself, what would 6-figure me do? What would 7-figure me do? And start doing those things right now. Don't wait for it. That's how you actually become it. You have to become that person now. You want 6 or 7 figures from your laptop? Then stop treating your business like a side hustle and start treating it like your legacy. Big moves means creating every day and publishing and putting that stuff out into the world, even if it's not perfect. And when I say create every day, I'm not saying that I mean that you have to publish every day, or on a platform like YouTube, like you have to publish every day. But you should be working on creating something every single day. You should be working on putting something into the world that did not exist yesterday. I have 3 main rules that I make sure that I do on a daily basis. And I'm telling you, if you just do these 3 things, then you will find success in entrepreneurship as well. If you just work in public, create every day, and teach every single thing that you know, it will be impossible for you to not find success. Big moves are raising your prices. Big moves are saying no to every opportunity to make some money because you don't want to step over a dime to pick up a nickel, because you are focused on what it is that you are actually building. I was telling people in my community the other day, it's currently at the top, links in the description if you want to join. But I was telling them how this guy has been blowing up my phone lately, like to buy his house. Years ago, I used to be involved in a small niche in real estate called wholesaling. And this guy, I guess he had some of my marketing from years ago, and he's just been holding on to it. And now he must be going through something to where he like needs to sell his house and needs to sell it fast. And he's been blowing up my phone like crazy. And all these voicemails that he's leaving me, he keeps on saying stuff like, hey man, you sent me all these letters years ago to buy my house, I'm ready to sell it. Hey man, come sell it. He's sending me all these text messages and stuff. And my homeboys was like, hey man, why don't you go ahead and just do that? That'd be some money to pick up. You ain't the type of person to pass up on some money. And I told him I am the type of person to pass up on some money, because I know in years past, I got off track of what it was that I'm actually intended to do. I got off track from my purpose because I was doing anything to make some money. So I'm like, I'm going to turn down that money. I'm going to turn down that opportunity. Why? Because I'm focused, and focus stands for follow one course until successful. But I'm focused on the one thing that I'm building right now. I'm focused on this one direction that I'm going right now. And I know that if I take this opportunity to work on this deal, even if there is some money to make in it, I know that it's going to take my time, it's going to take my energy, it's going to take my effort, and all that is going to be pulling away from my big picture item right here on where I'm heading and what I'm focused on. Big picture, that's going to be me stepping over a dime to pick up a nickel. Big picture, yeah, I could get some money in the short term right here, but a wise philosopher by the name of Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., otherwise known as Lil Wayne, once said, slow paper is better than no paper. Fast money don't last too long. You gotta pace it. Right? And I know certain mistakes that I've made in my past along my entrepreneurial journey, just everything to get the money right now versus actually building something that's gonna last. But that's playing big. That's saying no to all the side hustly stuff, all the side hustle mentality stuff, and building something that's strong and powerful like a brick. It's gonna last the test of time. Playing big is putting your name, face, and energy behind your brand because people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. You weren't put here to blend in, you were put here to stand out. Look, did you know that the odds of you being you is 1 in 400 trillion with a T? 1 in 400 trillion. The odds of you being you and the odds of you being born is 1 in 400 trillion. So don't have that mentality of, oh, I ain't nobody, I ain't special. You were. Do you know how many things had to go right for you to become you? It's damn near impossible for you to be you. But here you are. You were put here to break patterns, build wealth, become undeniable. So act like it. So how do you stop playing small? Let's get tactical. First thing you need to do, you need to audit your circle. So a lot of people are actually trapped by the circle and the people that they're around because you don't realize that you're influenced by the people that you're around. And if you're trapped by your circle, then you really don't have a circle. You're trapped in a cage. So audit your circle and do a phone check. And take your phone out and look at the last 10 people that you've talked to. Were these positive conversations or were they negative conversations? Did they put you in a positive state of mind or a negative state of mind? If it's negative, cut them off. I don't care who it is. A great philosopher by the name of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth once said, I cut my granny off if she don't see it how I see it. You have to be that serious with your energy. You have to be that serious with your mindset because your subconscious mind is influenced by everything that's going on around you and you have to feed it the right stuff. Secondly, you want to do the same exact thing with your social media and here on YouTube. The stuff that you consume is having a big factor on you attaining and achieving what it is that you actually want to attain and achieve. So if it's not actually serving you, unfollow those people. If it's not actually serving you, unsubscribe from those people. Even if it's me, if I am not a positive towards what it is that you are working towards right now, unsubscribe from me, please, because I am doing you no good. Bye-bye. Get off of this video right now. But the essence of this, I'll call it having a healthy diet, because when I say have a healthy diet, most people, they think that I'm talking about just the food that you eat, right? But I'm like, yeah, that is one thing. But a healthy diet, I'm talking about everything that your body consumes. So yes, not only the food, but what is it that you're reading every single day? And when I say this, a lot of people, they'll say, oh, well, dog, I don't even read. I don't even like reading. I'm like, well, you should read, and you do read. You read statuses, you're reading captions, you're reading text, you're reading headlines, you're reading titles on YouTube, you're reading tweets, you're reading threads. You are reading every single day, but what is it that you're reading and what is it that you're consuming? Because what you tune into, you turn into, and what entertains you trains you. So you need to have a healthy diet and you need to be putting the right stuff into your body and into your mind, because here's the thing about the human body. It's a wonderful, wonderful creation that God had created. But everything on the human body, it has a waste mechanism, right? It has some way to where we can excrete the waste from our bodies. You know, the only thing that doesn't, our mind. What goes into our mind, it stays there. For whether you realize it or not, it's there. Deep down in your subconscious, it's there. So we need to intentionally put the right stuff into our brain so we can get on the right frequency of our actual goals. That's why I'm not going to make this a manifestation video, but all that like attracts like, manifestation and frequencies and all that stuff, it's real. Now tell certain people about this stuff and they're like, oh man, this stuff sounds like mumbo jumbo, but they'll sit there and believe that Wi-Fi is a real thing, stuff just floating around the air. I'm like, you can sit there and see that if you just cut the radio to a certain station, you can hear somebody from across the country. Why? Because they're on the right frequency. They're on the same frequency as you. I can have a walkie-talkie, set it to a certain frequency, have somebody else set it to a certain frequency. We can communicate. There's something going on in the air. I can get on FaceTime right now and talk to my little cousin in the south of France, and instantly we'll be talking in real time. I'm like, they can see that all these frequencies exist, but then all of a sudden, when it comes to the frequency of the mind, they're like, oh, that sounds like some magic. Well, maybe because your mind is magical and it can literally make things appear from nothing. So audit your circle, audit who it is that you're following and subscribe to, and audit your daily actions. What is it that you're doing each and every single day? Do your daily actions move the needle, or are you just busy for busy's sake? Because most people, this is how their day-to-day stuff goes. And let me know if this sounds like you. It feels like that you've done so much, yet at the end of the day, you feel like you got nothing accomplished. But you're like, dang, how did I get nothing done today when I was so busy? It's because their daily actions aren't focused on anything that's moving the needle. It comes back to that focus I was talking about. Follow one course until successful. So you need to have one thing that you're working towards. And each day, you need to make sure that you get one thing done to get you closer to that thing that you desire. So me, I have one thing that I'm working towards. And then I'll be like, okay, if this is what I want to get done in this 1 year, what will I have to get done each month to get closer to me having that successful year? Okay, what do I need to do each week to get this one thing done for the month that I need to get done to have my successful year? Okay, well, what thing do I need to do each single day to get the thing that I need done for the 1 week? To get those strings of weeks together, to get the one thing that I need to get done for the month. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less to be productive. There's a great book about this called The One Thing by Gary Keller. I highly suggest that you read it, because you don't want to be busy, you want to actually be productive. And when you're actually focused in, you'll see that it doesn't take that much work to get to a 6 or 7 figure level either. And even the brain can't truly focus on like really deep, intense focus work for like more than 4 hours. Another book that I highly suggest you read on the subject is Deep Work by Cal Newport. If you read The One Thing by Gary Keller paired with Deep Work by Cal Newport, I'm telling you, you're gonna be locked in. And then decide what version of you that you are becoming. Remember this, the be comes before the get. You have to become the person first before you can get what it is that you desire. You have to become the person first before you can get whatever the thing is. You have to become the person that is worthy to achieve the things that you want to achieve. So start to ask yourself, the successful you, what would they do? And then do that now. Don't wait on it, because then it'll never come. And then double your visibility. This is the biggest problem that most people have. They are great at what they do, but nobody knows that they exist. If they don't know you, they can't flow you. So show up, post more, pitch more, and be loud. Remember, you are special. You want to stick out like a sore thumb on the internet. So shake some shit up and be loud. Like, be a disruptor instead of just fitting in. And any successful person that you can see, they were a disruptor in their industry. They weren't being all meek and I'm meek and I'm humble and I just don't want anybody to hear me and I don't want nobody to look at me and I want to talk. I got some good stuff. I got a good message. I can help some people. Hey, look at me, I can help. No, they came through and they was shaking some shit up. Ooh, look at me, I'm King Kong. Muhammad Ali, ooh, look at me, I'm the greatest, I'm so pretty. Said he was the greatest of all time before he was. He said it and then the people believed it. He became it first. The B comes before the get. Jay-Z Hove, he rapped about it first. Billionaire Hove, no need for reverse mergers. He rapped about it. He rapped about everything that he was going to do before it even happened. LeBron James tattooed Chosen One on his back before he was even in the NBA. Elon Musk, the richest guy on the planet. If you know anything about Elon's history, he's had this obsession with building this company called X. He first started off failing at building X. Now all of a sudden, he bought Twitter, and what did he call it? X. Jeff Bezos, they call him crazy when he's sitting in his garage selling books out of the garage. And then when Amazon started to pick up some steam, but it was just losing money year after year after year after year. Jeff Bezos, before he turned into jacked up, bald head, not cool looking, but some people might think he looks kind of cool. Jeff Bezos, when he was the nerdy guy that was bald and with the glasses that just sat like this and just would look really, really weird. He said it and he became it and he started doing what he envisioned to do in the now. He wasn't waiting for some success to come and then start doing it. You become it first. So be loud, put yourself out there. You have to put yourself in a position to fail and know that you're going to fail along the way and know that you're going to learn from those failures. Also, you have to be able to detach yourself from the results and then charge more and serve better. Look, small pricing attracts small energy. So price your stuff accordingly and respect yourself enough to charge what your solution is worth. And here's the thing about pricing. Price is only an issue if value is absent. So if the product that you have or the offer that you have is worth more than the problem somebody else has, then they won't care about the price. They'll happily pay for it because price is only an issue if value is absent. People that struggle with their pricing They don't feel confident in their pricing because they know that there's no value there. So if you obsess on coming up with a solution to somebody else's problem, you'll be confident on pricing it accordingly based off of the true value that it has. And then get in the right rooms. Join some rooms that scare you. Join some rooms where you may feel small. Stop hiding behind free content. Like, there's always gonna be those people, oh, you can YouTube it for free. Or you can Google it for free. Now with ChatGPT, you can ChatGPT it for free. Oh, this is what you do. I know how to do everything for free. Well, guess what? Them same people been Googling and YouTubing and getting on every single free webinar for years now. Look, a shortcut is getting in the presence of somebody that's done it and then just following their blueprint. So when I say this, I'm not saying that you have to go and spend some crazy amount to somebody for some coaching or something like that, right? But there's so many successful people out there that have dumped their brains into whether it be courses, into whether it be communities, into something as simple as a book. And I'm like, yo, if certain people would just go and read like 2 books on the subject, they could go make a lot of money. But instead, they're just watching YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video, or they're joining free webinar after free webinar after free webinar when every single body's free webinar is only to sell them something, but they think they're gonna learn something in the free webinar. No, the stuff that you're gonna learn is in the stuff that they're paying. All of that is just an advertisement that they're using for sales. That's why those people that go to all the free stuff, they never really learn nothing, because there's a strategy and a science behind the webinar just to get somebody to purchase the offer. Any free class that you go to, it's not designed to teach you anything. It's designed to show them as an authority figure, let them show you that they have some proof on what it is that they're saying actually works and gets results. Then teach you a little bit really quick to whereas you really don't comprehend it, then show you some more proof that they're an authority, and then sell you whatever their product is, and that product is actually going to teach you the thing. But these people, they wonder why, man, I've done been on 25 free webinars and I don't understand this stuff. Yeah, because the learning's not there. But if you maybe got in front of somebody, or if you purchased a book, or if you just really sat down and listened to some CEO interviews versus like some easy passive income videos or something like that, you would actually pick up something that you could instantly apply. But you got to do something that's going to stretch you, because straight up right now, you're comfortable and nothing grows in the comfort zone. That next level of you, they don't live in comfort. They live in clarity, execution, and action. The world doesn't need a more quiet, more humble, more watered down version of you. It needs you at full volume, doing what you do best, solving real problems, and getting paid like all them that you see on the screen right now. If you're ready to make more working less online from stuff that you already know, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this credit at the top community. For weekly coaching from myself, all my exclusive trainings, plus a private community of entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only a few bucks a day to join right now, literally less than a cup of coffee per day. So click the link down in the description to tap in, and I'll see you on my coaching call this Wednesday. But look, this is your time, man. Just stop waiting and start taking action now so you don't end up poor. And poor, P-O-O-R, stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. And people stay poor because they don't take action now. And now, N-O-W, stands for no opportunities wasted. And the opportunity of a lifetime only lasts for the lifetime of an opportunity. But those opportunities, they don't just disappear. They go to somebody else. So don't let your opportunities pass you by. So go ahead and click the link down in the description and tap into the community. And I'll see you on my coaching call this Wednesday. And go ahead and check out this video right here about how you can actually become money so you can stop chasing it and you can actually start to attract it. It's credited at the top.